So let's start with the listening section today. So the listening, the last item type we will be starting with, which is write from dictation. So write from dictation is the important question because you know it gives scores in writing and listening, and it actually has a lot of potential when it comes to the marking. So the prompt length will be 3 to 5 seconds, and for this item type you will be hearing a sentence and you have to type the sentence. So when you are hearing the sentence, you might take notes, right? And this will help you in the repeat sentence as well. If you try to remember by just listening only, not taking notes, this will like helping you in the repeat sentence as well. But if you still feel like, no, I'm not able to type the sentence exactly without taking any notes, so probably you must take notes for this. So moving on to the next slide, the question screen will just look like the same. The status will be telling you how much time you have in beginning in the recording which you are about to hear. When it says status playing, that means you are hearing the recording and this blue bar keep on raising. And when it is completed, that means the sentence is completed. So after that, instantly you should start typing. Some student, they also start typing meanwhile they are listening. So it depends like which works best for you. Sometimes you can even start typing meanwhile when you are listening, and you are just simultaneously typing as well. Some students do like to take notes on the erasable notepad, right? So it depends how you are approaching with this question. And if you get 3 words, 4 words, 5 words out of the 10 said, so use your grammar knowledge to fix those words in a sentence. Like what could be, because you have that meaning of the sentence with you, right? If I'll be saying something like, okay, the pandemic is about to over and the life is going to resume back, so maybe you have that meaning with you. Maybe you're not able to remember all the words in the sentence, but with the meaning, you can fix the words you remember at the right place in the sentence, right? So this is how you can use your knowledge of English grammar to fix the words in the sentences in the right place, right? So always be ready to type for this question or write for this question, because as soon as the audio begins, you must be ready to type or write. You should not be wasting any time. Don't fall behind the audio. If you're taking notes, even just don't try to write the whole soul word. Just take a hint of the word and keep moving with the audio and capture the meaning. It will help you to decide, if you remember 3 words, 4 words, where they can go. And if you not remembering any of the word, which won't be the case, you are still having that meaning somehow, and you will be able to type the sentence closely related to that sentence which was there in the recording. So it will help you gain marks. No negative marking is there. So whatever you remember, just type in, provided that take care of your spellings, provided that take care of the punctuation. Must be full stop at the last should be put, and the first letter of the first word need to be capital. Always review in the end, like see, will the is the sentence is making any sense, or the grammar is fine, the spellings are fine, and if there any proper noun or any punctuation mark is required. So just look for all those things and then click to the next question. You might have 3 repeat write from dictation question, or maybe they can be more, up to 5 as well, depending on what is the pattern of the test on that day. So it can be 3, they can be 5 as well. So connect logically, as I told you, like if you got 2 3 words only, so try to connect with the help of the meaning you captured logically, and try to fix the words at the right place. Practice core skills. So NPR is a good source of audios to listen for. So you can just play on, you can Google this one, you can have this downloaded on your phone. This will help you, right? And besides that, the podcast is available using an iPhone, so maybe you can assess that and you can listen to the podcast. They are much related sort of audios, pronunciation, accent, so you will be much prepared with the same, right? So let's do few question of this category. Just a second. Okay, so I'll be playing the question, you guys will be typing in the chat box, right? So let me just select this chat box thing. So here we go. And okay, I'm playing this.
The students will meet their new teachers after the summer vacation.
Oh, you are so fast in typing, Selena. You typed before me or you know the sentence? Okay, Kimberly, have you revised the sentence? You'd give a reading to it. You will see there is a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this
Yes, Selena, this.
is my
There is an issue with your volume.
first time, ma'am. I just like didn't take note, but
No, 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 no,
directly
no, no. I'm not able to hear you. Sorry. But
I,
your sentence is right, Selena.
hello.
Yes, hello. Okay, the sentence is the students will make their new teachers. You see, Kimberly, this is the
Yeah, yeah,
mistake.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because when you read the sentence, when you give it a reading, proofreading sort of, you get the mistakes easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, this the next one I'll be playing. Let's go somewhere. Okay. So, Selena, you able to hear? Because I'm not able to hear you properly. Are you able to hear properly? You can just send me a message. All right, all good. Okay, this one. Be ready to listen.
Social policies describe the ways in which the society meets humans' needs.
Oh, this is not complete one.
I think I messed this up, but I don't know how much is right.
Okay, you send it. I'll see to that. Selena, you got 3 words from here, right? So it's important that you should put a full stop at the last, right? This is necessary. Because you may not lose mark if you are using full stop at the last. Social policies describes Kimberly, again there is a grammatical error. If I'm right, yeah, you have written social policies describes. So this is a grammatical error. When you know this is plural, so the describes, it can't go hand in hand, right? Plural is
Yeah.
always having a singular version of the verb, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Social policies describe the ways in which society meets humans needs. This is the sentence, you can hear this
It's
again.
society.
Meets humans needs. Listen it again,
Yeah,
both of
yeah, yeah.
Social policies describe the ways in which the society meets humans' needs.
humans needs. So meets humans needs, so that's like all plurals, right? So
Yeah,
human is normally a word which is not put in a plural form so regularly, not quite often, so that's why we put apostrophe humans. That mean a possession is shown here. Meets humans need, so possession of the human need is like apostrophe s, that's why it is in the way, right?
oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so next is here. Right, this one looks good.
Artificial intelligence has made significant progress for the last few years.
The volume is low, or I mean, this is actually the volume of the like how it is. This is the max volume. So you guys able to hear it, then it is fine.
Mine is on max volume, but sometimes it just goes very low on what you're playing.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's like okay. So artificial intelligence has been the significant progress uh, for last 3 years. Artificial intelligence has made significant progress for the last few years. Okay, so the answer here is, I know this is a bit lengthy. Artificial intelligence has made significant progress for the last few years. Let's hear it again.
Artificial intelligence has made significant progress for the last few years.
So few three. If you are mishearing this word, you getting it in the wrong pronunciation. So understand this pronunciation playing again and again, right? So that if it comes in your exam and you're not, mishearing the word and typing wrong, right? So this is one thing always keep in mind. Okay, let's do the next one. You see, there are very few sentences with the punctuation like commas in them, hyphens in them. Normally the sentences are like one single sentence and there is a full stop at the last, but you cannot guarantee that it is going to be the case. Only sometime the sentences can have a comma in that, so that depends on the sentence you're hearing. If there is a pause, like when we do the read alouds, we put that half a second pause on every punctuation. So if you even feel that pause when this you're listening the sentence, you can easily judge, okay, if it's there, there should be a comma or something, some punctuation marks need to be there, right? So you are hearing this sentence now.
Ma'am, in this case, we have to write intelligence also in capital. Intelligence.
No, did that?
No. Yeah.
Oh, that I think we have to. Otherwise, even I'm habitual of typing all the first capitals. I'll just tell you, just a second. Artificial, no, you don't have to. Artificial intelligence, I is like small, has made significant, A is only capital, right? So this is the next one I'm playing. Listen carefully, it's lengthy and you might need to add a few things in it. I am giving a hint. Okay, I'm playing it.
There are many concerns about the research. For example, financial considerations.
Okay, send the sentence, type in.
There are many concerns about the research. For example, financial considerations. Participation.
There are many examples about the research, for example, financial consideration. And there are many concern about the research, for example, financial consideration. Okay, so there are little mistakes here. Raman, are you typing? Raman, if you're doing so, just type in also the sentences here. So you see there is one mistake you guys doing, like one each. Oh, come on. Yes, got that, Raman. There are many concerns about research, for example, financial consideration. There are many concerns about research, and he took a pause here, and you easily get that. There are many concern about research, comma, for example, and when we always use for example, remember we always put comma. Like, for example, like, not usually, but for example, to exemplify. Remember, we always, with the connector, we use a linking board, we always use a comma. Remember this thing, rule? So never forget that. Financial considerations, right? So these are like around two commas, punctuation marks, which need to be used in the sentence. Besides that, full stop at the last. So three punctuation mark and the first letter capital. Besides that, the spellings, they are right. But yes, singular plural errors, and there is a trick I told you, you can implement with the singular plurals. And this is easy trick. Like, if you feel consideration only once, you can use it only once in one sentence, consideration and considerations. So type both the words and put full stop. So if you confuse about, if you're not sure about, it's not like that you're doing it with every word you feel like. No, just like you are not sure, like maybe it could be a plural, maybe it was a singular. So then you can implement this one, right? Okay, so the next sentence, let's hear it. Okay. Okay, this one.
The Commissioner will portion the funds to all sovereignties.
If you want to hear again, just let me know.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. It was too low. Could you? Yeah.
The Commissioner will portion the funds to all sovereignties. The Commissioner will portion the funds to all sovereignties.
Okay, now type whatever you heard.
About two words, but
You can type in.
I've written, but I don't know which. I can write the words which I otherwise think they are.
All right. Okay. So this is like 18 times repeated sentence. The commissioner will portion the funds to all sovereignties. SOVEREIGNTIES.
It was
So
right.
remember the spellings, right? And if this sentence is repeated, then we can simply type the same spelling, right? And the commissioner is like always with double S, commissioner will portion the funds to all, and maybe you can hear it once more.
The Commissioner will portion the funds to all sovereignties.
Right? So this is the, okay, I said to Raman only, sorry. It was for the everyone. Okay. Okay, one more sentence. This is not so difficult. So listen carefully.
The finding shows that chocolate can improve immunity and mood.
Okay, you're typing in for this one.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Give us a second.
I couldn't hear, ma'am, this time. What happened to me? I didn't know.
Okay, I'll just play it again.
Okay.
Okay, I'm playing again.
The finding shows that chocolate can improve immunity and mood.
Okay, the finding shows that chocolate can improve immunity and mood. The finding shows that chocolate can improve immunity. The financials will help improve. It says the finding shows chocolate can improve immunity and mood. The finding shows chocolate can improve immunity and mood.
I'm feeling hungry, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so this is the last one, and then we'll be moving up to the next item of the listening. So always remember the sentences we are practicing here. Okay, this one. It is like much repeated sort of.
When workers ask for higher wages, companies often raise their prices.
I told you, like, you have to listen sentence very carefully. When okay, now I guess you will able to get it. I mean, this is one I typed. This is the right answer. When workers, sorry, it's not asks, it's ask only. The when workers ask for higher wages, companies often raise their prices. Now listen carefully how you can understand if the sentence is having a comma in it, right? So there is a difference between the sayings. Let's hear it and understand it.
When workers ask for higher wages, companies often raise their prices.
So when they are saying when workers ask for higher wages, there was a slightest pause, half a second pause. Companies often raise their prices, right? And besides that, if some sentence it is not having any comma, so how they'll be saying it? Like, for example, this sentence.
We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us.
You see, there is not slightest pause. Understand the difference. Play the sentence with the comma in it, play a sentence without comma, and understand the intonation of the speaker, and you will be able to understand, like, if there is a comma, always there will be a slightest pause taken by the speaker, which is only half a second. If there is no comma, certainly there will be like no pause, so the whole of the sentence it will be in one breath, you can say, right? So this easily you can understand with that. So I'll just play only one sentence, and this will be having definitely the punctuation mark. So you will be checking where you can put it, and the probability is high for this repeat sentence, right from dictation sentence as well. So I'm playing it.
The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone.
So in these times, it is much repeated sentence. So let's see how you get it in only one go. When you send your answer, I'll be playing it again. If you want to hear again, let me know. If you're typing, then okay.
Ma'am, please play it once.
The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone.
Kimberly, this is not the right punctuation you used. Selena, this is the wrong spelling you have put up. So this is the typo error. Misplacing the words is called typo error. And the right sentence.
I have a doubt in two places actually. Could I send the other one where I think the comma could come? I'm not sure with the comma.
There is no comma.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the sentence is fine, Raman, but only the punctuation mark is missing. So you can simply remember this like the railway makes long distance travel possible for everyone. Just hear it.
The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone.
Long distance travel possible for everyone. So there is no capacity of comma here. There is no punctuation such as comma to be used. But here, long distance, they have used a hyphen. So you can remember the sentence. It is very easy to remember if this is going to be the right from dictation for you. You can put a long distance and there is a hyphen you can place on that. Besides that, no pause is taken by the speaker. You can hear it again.
The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone.
Right? So this is not sort of that 1 second pause he taken and at any point of the time, right? So let's do the second item type for the listening. And guys, always the listening is one module which is usually ignored, right? We pay a lot of attention to typing the essays, writing the SWT. We just go through the readings a lot. But when it comes to the listening, so generally we don't give much emphasis. And sometimes it is the only module which is like introduced in score, and else all the modules you get all 8 sometime 8.5 in some, right? Why? Because here you're hearing range of accents, right? Range of pronunciation. So don't take it lightly. This module is as important. Maybe this is like the only recording you are hearing here, the audios you are hearing here. But if you are even one module less, like one module is 6.5 or 7.5, still your requirement won't be fulfilled, right? So understand the accent pronunciation. Always go through different apps for the pronunciation. Listen to the podcast and NPR cast, right? So the same sort of pronunciation you will be hearing and understanding. So after this, we will be doing the next important question. And as I showed you in the question category, we started from the last one. We now move to the highlight incorrect words, right? Highlight incorrect word is again an important question type, and this counts for the scores in the reading and in the listening, of course, right? So that's what you will be doing now. Where it is, this is not the same. Just let me go to that. So this is important item type, like on the number 3, this is important, like it is giving, oh, sorry, on the number 2, it is important, like the most important, and then in the second row, this comes highlight incorrect words, reading and listening, you're getting score for. So here also the words which are usually changed, normally verbs, normally nouns, right, adjectives, but it's not like that, no other words can be changed, not the simple the helping verbs, they never change, right? But yes, you need to listen carefully to know what sort of words which are changed in the recording, right? So okay, fine. So let's do highlight incorrect word together, right? So simply we know we got 10 seconds before the recording begin. So in that time, we can go through the text on the screen. We can just listen, see what sort of words are written in there. Like this is called skimming the transcript. And then we are focusing on the words like nouns, adjective and verbs given, because this will help us to decide the topic, and if these words are not gelling up according to the topic, then we know that some words from these are gonna change, right? So this will help you to pick up the words which are not suitable in the content. Even if the recording you miss something, you have skimmed it, you get that idea, okay, this word is not according to the thing they are talking about in the text. So also this will help you to decide what are the right answer. There is a negative marking in here, so never just mark randomly. You are able to mark every word, highlight every word, you know that in the highlight incorrect word. So keep your cursor ready, move through the transcript as the recorder is speaking the words, right? Whenever there is a word which is changed from the recording, just click that word, it will highlight it in yellow, and keep moving, never stop for anything, because once you lose the track, you won't be able to get hold of the track again, or maybe if you even get hold of it, you will be missing few answers, and maybe the part you are doing now is it's having no word chain, right? Don't click randomly, you will be negatively marked, and you have to practice a lot for this item type as well. Listening is like, the more listening different sort of pronunciation, accent, audio you will be hearing, the more you will be good in picking up the answers here, notes here, right? So I'll be just sharing the screen for this question because that's what I have to do for it. So we'll be doing it together. All right. Just let me go to that. All right. This is the one we will be doing first, and we will be doing 3 read alouds. All right. So this is the one. So you have 10 seconds. You can go through with it and see what sort of words are there, which words can be possibly changed in it. All right. I'll be doing it together with you. Oh, I forgot my...
Lions roaming the savannah are a staple of nature documentaries, but the millions of little lions that live in our homes and neighborhoods also lead fascinating lives. We know more about those lives now because a 2-year-long study used radio transmitters to track cats at the southern edge of the cities of Champaign and Urbana in Illinois. It would have taken a dozen field researchers to collect the same data. The study is in the Journal of Wildlife Management. The entire kitty cohort included both house cats and feral cats, and ranged over almost 6,300 acres. One feral cat's range topped out at 1,351 acres. New York Central Park covers 843 acres. Owned cats with homes roamed way less than their feral counterparts, but they still averaged a range of just under 5 acres. The pets were highly active just 3% of the time, compared with 14% for the cats that need to find their own food. The work should shed light on protecting species that the cats hunt and inform the efforts to stop the spread of feline contagious diseases.
So there are 5 words which are changed. So what are those 5 words? Selena, you can say them.
Ma'am, I could listen only 3 words.
Which are those?
Dots,
Hmm.
refractorate,
Mm-hmm.
and disables.
And
Disables. Disables.
disables. All right.
Disables.
So these 3 are right. And besides that, have you marked anyone? Any word? No?
No, I guess it's track, but I didn't mark it.
All
Track.
right. All right. But it is not track, right?
Okay.
It is the word in the second sentence where it is written dots, homes and
Dots.
dots. So dots is the word. And in place of the dots word, they have said our homes and neighborhoods also led fascinating lives. So neighborhood is the word they said, and in other word is millions, where they have written millions. Long study used million to track cats, right? So there they use long year study used radio transmitter to track cats.
Okay.
And the next word is dampen. Dampen, you see,
Dampen. Yeah.
same line. Track cats at the southern edge of the. So it says dampen edge of the. So there are 5 words in total which are changed: dots, millions, dampens, and then refracted something and
Yeah.
disabled. Right?
Disables. Yeah.
These are the 5 words. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, let's pick something bigger paragraph. Okay, this one is like a bit complicated. Look at this one we'll be doing now.
Okay.
Order will start in 10 seconds.
The pilot of the huge B-52 bomber plane pushes a button. From under the plane's right wing, the black, sharp-nosed X-15 drops free. It is 11½ kilometers above the Earth. Pilot Scott Crossfield is in the X-15's only seat. When he is clear of the B-52, he starts the X-15's rocket engine. And so begins the first powered flight of the experimental plane Designed to take man to the edge of space. The X-15 flies high over the sandy wasteland of California's Mojave Desert. Up, up it flies. After 3 minutes, its fuel has burned up. It is flying about 2,000 kilometers an hour. Scott Crossfield's voice tightens. His breathing becomes harder as the plane pushes against the atmosphere. At that speed, the pressure is 3 times the force of gravity.
So for this one, how many words you find?
6 words, ma'am.
Yes, these are 6 words.
Yeah.
So let's see about 6 words.
First is behind.
Mm-hmm.
Second is over.
Mm-hmm.
Third is trial.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth is jet.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth is lightened.
Mm-hmm.
And sixth is flies.
All right. So these are right. Okay, Sukhdeep, we are doing highlight incorrect words, right? So next question you will be doing with us. So you have to select the words which are changed from the recording, right? So this is the question we are doing. So whatever words you feel are different from the recording, you have to select those words. You have to take a note of those words, right? Just a second, I'm showing the next question.
Ma'am, one thing, while doing exam that we will have extra time to highlight. Can we take note in the copy and highlight?
No. You
After some
must
time?
not do it, because this is like a question where you should not spend more than required time, and required time is like while the audio is playing, you are just selecting the options, because when the recording is over, so there won't be anything you can compare your answer from, or anything you can do about it, you see.
Yeah.
So that's why it is the only wise thing that you are just looking and moving the cursor when you are listening to the audio, selecting the options which are changed, and then that's how you are submitting your answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Because otherwise you won't be able to check anything, like relate anything, if you even have taken notes. So it can be the chance you are spending useless time on selecting the words which are changed, because you might have written them, then you are finding them in the recording, so you will be like wasting your time. Meanwhile you are doing it, it is the only eligible thing to do, right? So just select while you are looking at them. All right, so this question, just a sec, on the screen is what we are doing now, the third one. So Sukhdeep, you are also giving me the answer. This is walking through airport. So just have a look. I'll go to the audio of it meanwhile. So we got 10 seconds again to prepare and to look what is the text. So this is the 10 second. So this is the time you will be having. So sometime we're not able even to skim it. So it is like full concentration is needed for the question. That's how we can just excel in this module, in this item type. And it is important question.
Walking through airports, you've probably crossed paths with a few canine cops, but those dogs aren't just following their noses. They may be led astray by where their handlers think drugs and explosives are hiding too, even when there aren't any. That's according to a study in the journal Animal Cognition. The researchers recruited 18 dogs certified by law enforcement agencies. As a test site, they used 4 rooms in a drug and explosive-free church. The researchers left the first room untouched. In the second, they taped up a sheet of red paper. In the third, they hid a few Slim Jims as a decoy. And in the fourth, they taped red paper to a stash of Slim Jims. The dog handlers were told they might encounter the scent of pot or gunpowder up to 3 times per room, sometimes marked with red paper. It was a flat-out lie. There were no target scents. But the dog team still called 225 false alerts, most often at the site of the red paper, whether there were Slim Jims there or not. The study doesn't mean canine cops are totally unreliable in the real world, but it does imply that the dogs aren't immune to the power of suggestion, and neither are their handlers.
This is quite fast. So, okay. So, you able to get it, or Sukhdeep and Selena, you want to hear it again?
Ma'am, I got 4 words.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5 words are there as the correct answer. Which 4 you got? Okay, don't say it. Sukhdeep,
Okay.
I think you haven't got the words, right? Sukhdeep, I know you're not able to talk. And even if I'll turn up the mic, you won't able to, your volume is not audible, I know. So, no, this first word is, I believe, is not changed. So this will giving you, okay, this is not right. This seems
That
not
is
right. It says
archers
crossed
actually.
paths, so that's same. It is not changed.
Okay.
And the second word you have given arcs, arc.
Actually, archers, but I spelling
Okay,
mistake.
okay, archers, where their archers thing. So where their handlers think, yeah, that's right. That even I wrote it up, but they haven't given in the answer. But I believe it to be changed. But yes, this is changed. And highways and justifiable right is right. And besides that, there is another word, softest something. Softest. That word is also changed. And let's hear this once more. And Sukhdeep, try to get the answers and send me in the chat box, please. Type a message, Sukhdeep, so that I know you are hearing. Okay, I'm playing the audio again, Sukhdeep, and you as well. So listen, the other word, how they have changed it, said it. Okay, just playing it again. It will start straight away, no waiting time.
Working through airports, you've probably crossed paths with a few canine cops. But those dogs aren't just following their noses. They may be led astray by where their handlers think drugs and explosives are hiding too, even when there aren't any. That's according to a study in the journal Animal Cognition. The researchers recruited 18 dogs certified by law enforcement agencies. As a test site, they used 4 rooms in a drug and explosive-free church. The researchers left the first room untouched. In the second, they taped up a sheet of red paper. In the third, they hid a few Slim Jims as a decoy. And in the fourth, they taped red paper to a stash of Slim Jims. The dog handlers were told they might encounter the scent of pot or gunpowder up to 3 times per room, sometimes marked with red paper. It was a flat-out lie. There were no target scents. But the dog team still called 225 false alerts, most often at the site of the red paper, whether there were Slim Jims there or not. The study doesn't mean canine cops are totally unreliable in the real world, but it does imply that the dogs aren't immune to the power of suggestion, and neither are their handlers.
So you see, these are the answers here. So first archers, they said handlers. Then the second one, they said foothills in the place of that. It was not foothills, basically. They said explosive something. Explosives are hiding too. Explosive drugs and explosives are hiding, right? And by softest law agencies, that was also not. It was enforcement. Hives. Sometime I guess that they said, and this is reliable, unreliable. Something they said in place of the justifiable. So these are the right answers here. And if you have marked anything except these answers, it's like you will be not receiving mark. Negatively marked, yes, definitely you will be negatively marked for this question. All right, let's move to the next item type. 3 question done for the highlight incorrect words. And now we will be doing, let's see which I. So first is right from dictation we did, then highlight incorrect words. So next we now will be doing filling in the blanks. So filling in the blanks is again, it is also the important question here. So as per the marking criteria, we are selecting the item types to practice with. So filling in the blanks, why important? Again, it is like imparting score to listening and writing. So that means if you are lacking behind in the writing somehow, this can boost up the score of the writing as well by spellings. That's the way you can get scores here for your writing. So here again, a transcript of the recording will appear on the screen and there will be several gaps in it. Not so many, but yeah, there will be 4, 5, 6, 3 as well. So up to 6 gaps can be there and minimum 3 gaps will be there. After listening to the recording, we have to type the missing word in each group. Now there are like 2 ways to do that. Maybe you are just typing the option while you are listening directly in the boxes, right? If you are a good typer. Or second is, which is recommended, that you must write your answer in the erasable notepad while you are listening the recording for every blank, right? And when the listening is done, then quickly type in the option in the respective boxes. Do not change the order of the answers. Like if you suppose writing answer number 1, just say, like for example, you are writing answer number 1, it is green, and just besides, I mean, after that you must write white, and third option you are not able to catch, leave that space and then type red. So it will let you know that you have find 3 option, but the third option you haven't find it. So that means you won't be misplacing the answer. You won't be like first, second and fourth answer, you won't be typing in the third box. So whenever you are writing in the erasable notepad, always leave a space if you miss any answer, right? This is must to be taken care of. Otherwise, even if you got the answer but you are not fixing it in the right place, you will be losing that mark, which is not good at all, right? So before the audio will start, you will guys having 7 seconds. You can quickly go through the blanks. Sometimes the blanks are not lengthy, they are just 2 sentences. Sometimes they are lengthy. So whatever time you have, and according to that, whatever you can read, you must be reading in that moment, right? And you can look for some things. You can look for is proper nouns, right? They give you information about people and what they do, right? If they're talking about the migrants, and migrant is conservationist, right? It can give information about the places, like for example, Australia, island of Sumatra, India, right? And organizations like CECA, SICA, conservation group. And this is like how you will be like knowing, okay, this is about migrant, so maybe conservationist is missing. So it's like that person, and they're talking about the post of that person, like what work he do. So that's how it will give an idea. But you got 7 seconds for that, so you can quickly go through with that, right? And this is how your screen will be for this particular question. When its status change playing, that means you are hearing the recording. Keep an eye on the screen and keep writing in the erasable notepad. We can do that, right? And while even typing in the erasable notepad, it is not necessary that you are typing in correct spellings. At that moment, if you not able to type correctly, it's all okay. You must not care about the spelling at that moment. But when you transferring the answer in the respective boxes, then you must take care of your spellings. Then your spellings need to be correct. Sometime if you're typing a proper noun, suppose you are typing name, generally they are not the answer. Suppose you are typing a place name, right? Place name like Australia. So you know that now A should be capital as per the grammar rule. So punctuation and spelling are the 2 things. Your scores will be imparted to the writing. For the right answer, your score will be given to you in the listening, right? So you can read the transcript before the audio start. If you can keep your cursor first in the first blank, right? So even if you're writing in the notepad, still keep your cursor in the first blank, so that when you are typing, you must not looking for the cursor and wasting your time. Follow the speaker, never lose the track of the speaker. You lose the track, you will lose the answers, right? And definitely ultimately marks. So always move with the speaker's voice. If you left something, just leave it, move to the next now. And be ready to write in the rough notepad as you will be writing there as recommended. And always review when you've done typing the option, just give it a go. And if something is not fitting in the sentence, then you will get an idea this is not correct. So maybe you remember some other word, you can fix that word there, right? So you can assess those as errors before submission. And always work on a time management strategy. It's not like that simply you are just using as much time you want to on this question. Keep in mind that you have to reach to the last question, right? This is going to be somewhere around sixth question or fifth question in the item types. So that means you have three or maybe two questions after that which are still pending to do. So be mindful of the time and do not spend much time in typing your answer, right? All right, now I'll just show you a few questions of filling in the blanks. And filling in the blanks is like quite interesting item type. Just like some random information is missing, and while we are listening to the audio, we're filling that up. So it makes it quite interesting item type. And spellings and punctuation, do remember that they are very important. Keep in mind. Okay, so this one got the 4 option in it. Okay, there is the question. I'll play the audio just a second. Give me a moment. I'm just looking into the audio. So you will be hearing in 7 seconds.
Another team of ethnographic researchers looked at how cell phones were used in Uganda, in Africa. They found that people who didn't have their own phones could pay to use the phones of local entrepreneurs. Because these customers paid in advance for their calls, they were eager to know how much time they'd spent on the call so far. So the phone company designed phones for use globally with this added feature.
Type in and send in the chat box. Selena, the first one is right. The second one is okay, that is right also. Third, fourth, and fifth is also right. Sukhdeep, are you typing answer? Sukhdeep, have you heard any answer? Okay, I'm typing. Okay, thank you, Sukhdeep. And Just a second, I'm typing in the right answers. I'll send it to you. So these are the answers which are right, Sukhdeep. Ethnographic, another team of ethnographic researchers. So you have written graphic, but you missed the first letters. Then the next word is, it is pronounced as entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs is like businessmen, or that's the another word we say for them. So these are the spelling. Remember these spellings, because this is one is common spelling which appear in the filling in the blanks, listening as well, and sometime in the reading as well. Reading, you have the options there, but you must know this word, right? This is important word. Very academic as well, so might be you listening it in the recordings, in the write from dictation, in the repeat sentence, in the filling in the blanks, reading, listening. So remember the spelling of these entrepreneurs. Then the third option is advance, customer paid in advance, right? And the eager is the fourth answer, EAGER, right? They were eager to know how much time. And the last one is feature. So feature is like with this added feature. That's what they said. It is not plural. It is singular. That answer is right, but it is not plural. It is singular. So just learn the spelling of these answers, right? So that the next time you're doing the same blank or you have this in the question, you're not messing this up, right? Okay, let's do the next question. So this got the 4 blanks. I just kept on speaking for a longer time and now I'm having itching in the throat. So here you see the question number next on the screen. I'm playing the audio of it. You got 8 seconds to look into the text.
One of the drawbacks of staying with the same organization is that the person may get stuck doing the same job year after year. In some cases, this can lead to boredom and disillusionment. Moving from one organization to another can be a strategic decision in order to have a variety and acquire a range of skills and experience. The person may be incredibly knowledgeable in a range of fields by working in different organizations.
No, this is not same. Just a second. It's the same here.
Using the internet has become a normal part of everyday life for many people. They use it to book airline tickets. The drawbacks of staying with.
Now this is not same audio. Let me change the question.
Second time it had come the same audio using the internet with low voice.
You were able to hear that?
Yeah. After just you play, no?
Okay, just I'll play that one, that audio. It is in
Yeah.
the system only. I'll play that audio. Maybe.
Yeah, but with low voice, but it is like same question.
Okay, I'll try to listen it if you can, right?
Yeah.
So playing it. Just a sec, playing it.
Using the internet has become a normal part of everyday life for many people. They use it to book airline tickets or to access news about world events or to follow the fortunes of their favorite football club. Millions of people across the world belong to social networking groups where they keep in touch with their friends and, if they live away from them, their family. In my opinion, these are all good ways to use the internet.
So you're able to hear it? Whatever you're able to get from it,
I think only 2 are right.
Okay, but that's good. I guess this is the same. Let me see.
Using the internet.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, Sukhdeep and Selena, just share this one. This is same.
Okay, okay.
Become a normal part of everyday life for many people. They use it to book airline tickets or to access news about world events or to follow the fortunes of their favorite football club. Millions of people across the world belong to social networking groups where they keep in touch with their friends and, if they live far away from them, their family. In my opinion, these are all good ways to use the internet.
Selena, this is right, but the third is missing.
Yeah, I hear, but I think I don't have that vocabulary. 14s
Alright.
or something like that.
Okay, okay. And Sukhdeep, Sukhdeep, are you typing? Or should I say the answers? So here go the answer. Normal. Using in the internet has become a normal part of everyday life. Tickets or to assess news about the world event, or to follow the fortunes of their favorite football club. Fortunes. Fortune is luck or whatever you can say it. So fortune is the word and the last word is networking. You should understand the pronunciation. I'm playing the same one again.
Using the internet has become a normal part of everyday life for many people. They use it to book airline tickets or to access news about world events or to follow the fortunes of their favorite football club. Millions of people across the world belong to social networking groups where they keep in touch with their friends and, if they live far away from them, their family. In my opinion, these are.
So you get that normal assess fortunes and networking. So this is the last fill up here. Language often seem, the one we will be doing now. Okay, so look at this language often same one, this one blank. You will be hearing the audio related to this one now. It got 5 option in it. This third one, right? So I'll be playing the audio. and it will be starting in another 8 seconds.
Language often seems so skillfully drafted that one can hardly imagine it as anything other than the perfected handiwork of a master craftsman. How else could this instrument make so much out of barely 36 measly morsels of sound? In themselves, these configurations of mouth, PF, BV, TD, KG, SH, A, E, and so on, amount to nothing more than a few haphazard spits and sputters, random noises with no meaning, no ability to express, no power to explain.
Type in the correct answer. The second is wrong, Selena, and third is not there. Rest are right. And Kimberly, this is right. Sukhdeep, are you sending the answer?
Master craftsman.
Okay, so these are the answers here. The first one is skillfully. Language often seems so skillfully drafted that one can hardly imagine it as anything other than the perfected handiwork of a master craftsman. How else could this instrument make so much out of barely 36 measly morsels of sound? In themselves, these configurations of mouth and all these words and so on amount to nothing more than a few haphazard spits and splutters, random noises with no meaning, no ability to express, no power to. All right, so we have skillfully, craftsman, mouth, amount, meaning. And craftsman, it's like said like a way you can take it like craft or craft. So just hear this option again. How they said it, in understand the pronunciation.
Language often seems so skillfully drafted that one can hardly imagine it as anything other than the perfected handiwork of a master craftsman.
You see, craftsman. So that was so bleak, but you have to understand that. Master craftsman. So that's like how they said it. So remember this option. And besides that, the words are clear. Sound out of mouth, configuration of mouth, and then mount to, then meaning, right? Okay, one last blank. Here it is, the fourth one, all matter, whether a solid and liquid. This one. So It got 4 blanks. 4 blanks in it. And the text is quite lengthy. You will be hearing recording in 8 seconds.
All matter, whether a solid, liquid, or gas, is made up of tiny particles called molecules. The molecules of one substance are different from the molecules of another substance. There is a force of attraction between the molecules. This attraction is the greatest in solids, therefore, solids are hard and cannot flow. In liquids, the force of attraction between molecules is less as compared to solids. Thus, we can say that the molecules are loosely packed. Liquids can, therefore, be easily poured or can flow. In gases, the force of attraction between the molecules is the least. Therefore, the molecules of a gas can easily flow in any direction. If we spray perfume in one corner of the room, we can smell it in another corner. This happens because of the molecules of perfume diffuse in the air and moves from one corner to another. Molecules are made of atoms. Every molecule has one or more atoms. For example, each molecule of oxygen contains 2 atoms of oxygen. This is written as O2. Similarly, the molecule of hydrogen is written as H2. When atoms of different kinds combine, compounds are formed.
All right, the answers, please. These are right, Selena. Kimberly and Sukhdeep.
Writing it, ma'am. 1 second.
Kimberly, when you are typing the option, you always type the first alphabet capital. Maybe this is habitual, but remember that if you are doing this in this question category, where punctuation is considered, you will be losing mark for these being the wrong punctuation used. Why? Because when it is a sentence, this attraction is the greatest in solid. That's the first answer. So greatest is like it should not be written G as a capital.
Because I type it in words, sometimes it comes.
Yeah, and because this is habitual, that's why I'm focusing or paying attention
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah.
light to it.
Yeah. Okay,
That
ma'am.
whenever you doing this question in the exam, do not type the first letter capital, because
Okay,
if it's not need to be capital, then you'll be losing mark in punctuation.
okay,
So
ma'am.
always when or it's for everyone, whenever you're doing this specific listening, filling in the blanks while typing, just let me know if any word need to be capitalized the first letter, you are doing that in answers too. And if it's like all need to be written in the small letters, so every answer need to be in the small letters, right? Because this is
Yes,
how
ma'am.
you will be mindful when the exam as well.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Answers are right. 4 answers and the 4 are right. Sukhdeep. Okay, let me send the answer. Sukhdeep, these are the right answer. Greatest, poured, be easily poured or can flow. Force of attraction, this is easy to get because they have used this phrase twice before the blank, so you can easily understand it from there only. If you miss it, even you can write this answer. And then the third is diffuse. Molecules of perfume diffuse. It's only one word, singular word. It is not plural word answer, right? So these are the 4 blanks we practiced for today, filling in the blanks listening. Now we will be moving to the next item type for it. So just let me stop this share and let's move to the next score. Highlight correct summary, imparting score to the reading as well, just like the highlight incorrect words. So we will be doing that now. So the highlight correct summary is like when you are selecting the out of given 4 option, you are selecting one option as per the correct summary for the lecture you just heard, right? So recording you will be hearing, you must be taking note for this, because that's how you will be able to retain more information and to relate it to the given option and select the most appropriate and possibly right option for as your answer. So the score will be imparted to reading, because you have to listen and after that you have to read to find out the answer. So that's why 2 modules are assessed here. The screen will be exactly like this for the question, 4 option. They will be quite similar in the content. Many things you will find same in all the 4 options, but remember that one option is only correct, and one option which has the all key information from the lecture, that is the correct option. It is not like maybe it's talking about one aspect of the recording, maybe it's talking about the conclusion only, maybe it is having only the topic, right? Then that option cannot be the answer. But if it's having the topic, the key information shared, the conclusion maybe, then it is the right option. So you have to learn the art of taking out key points from the lecture you are hearing. So now this only won't help you when you are practicing this question. You are also preparing yourself for the summarized spoken text where you writing summary. Remember? So these 2 questions, they are much related. So you practice this question, you are learning the art of like how the summaries can be done as per the question or as per the lectures we hear. Like this is the examples they are giving you, right? And when you're doing that question, when you are framing the summary, you can implement the same technique. Okay, now that's how they take out the keynotes, right? So here, when you're taking the keynotes, concentrate on the nouns, right? Phrases and the keywords, numbers, any dates, any information which is highlighted by intonating and word stress. Those are the informations you will be noting down, right? Because that will how that is at the end how you will be deciding after looking at those notes. Okay, this is going to be the right option out of 4. And always out of the 4 option, there will be one option which straight away cannot be the answer. You can eliminate it straight away. And how you can do that? Like just while you are writing down, taking notes, definitely sometime you are giving an eye to the screen as well. So some option is having a phrase which is completely contradicting to the lecture content. Understand that this is the option which is straight away to be eliminated, right? But always before submission of the answer, read properly every answer, every option given, and then only mark your answer and move to the next question. And just do not lose the flow of the speaker in this case as well. Even if you're taking notes, always follow the note taking strategy which is quite fast, like abbreviation, signs, symbols, abbreviated word for like all the words you are generally hearing in the recording, so that you are not losing track and able to get more and more information in the notes form, right? So this is like how you are submitting your answer here. So not utilizing much time here, let's move to the question category. So highlight the correct summary will also help you to decide the answers for the spoken summarized text as well, as that is the other way round. You can understand what I'm saying. So that is sort of other way round question, and this will like help each other. And normally in this listening, these are the question which actually maybe can enhance your score, or these are the question where which basically can decrease your score in the listening. Because when you're hearing at a length, just a sec, when you're hearing at a length, so sometime we not able to retain more and more information, which is the reason why we are not getting the right answer. And if you just learn this art, so definitely your listening will be at good level. And it is not that difficult to be able to hear everything you are listening in the recording. Just that you have to understand the accent and the pronunciation and the way the speaker is saying the accent speaker is falling, and that's it. Okay, here you see there are 4 options on the screen. This one, you will be hearing a lecture related to these options, and you have to mark the answer which is right according to the given all the 4 options. Out of that, only one is right. So you have to select which one is right. So just let me play the audio. Meanwhile, you can go through the questions. You've got 10 seconds before the audio plays. So in that 10 seconds, you may read all the option or maybe go 1 or 2 options. Okay, here you go. This is the recording I'm playing. Oh, this is not the same question. Come on, what is the question number? Just a second, guys. Okay. Okay, you will be hearing it now.
Dr. Tony Wagner believes there are 7 skills that young people need to have in order for them to find and keep a good job in today's economy. But he thinks our schools are focusing too much on tests and academic performance and aren't doing enough to teach those skills. Let me give you an example. One of Wagner's 7 skills is the ability to work in an international team. This is because little teamwork is carried out in one building anymore. When most global companies have a problem, they create teams of people from all over the world to solve it. And these people meet online in virtual meeting rooms. To succeed in this kind of environment, you need to be a good communicator and understand different cultures. Teams also need good leaders who lead by influencing others. But Wagner and the business people he interviewed say that young people today are unprepared for teamwork and leadership. Because of this, Wagner thinks that people involved in teaching and learning must rethink the way that they educate people in schools so that these young people have the skills they need to achieve a successful career in the 21st century.
So the right answer here is that's right, Selena. That's right, Kimberly. Waiting for your answer, Sukhdeep. Okay, so the right answer for this question is A. Like, people who are involved in education need to think about the way they teach. It is important that young people leave the school with the skills they need to succeed in the workplace, but they do not have these skills today. So you see the crux of the lecture, like giving all example, explanation, description is after this piece of advice. So that make it the summary of the whole thing. Like the summary is the main key idea conveyed in the lecture. So this is the main key idea conveyed in the lecture, that they have to rethink and they should leave the school. The child must leave the school with the skills need to succeed in workplace today, which is missing, right? Okay, so this is the next question for highlight correct summary. It's about the person. All right, you got 10 seconds. Read these options A, B, C, and D, and the recording will automatically start after that.
Few cities had a worse location than St. Petersburg in Russia. In 1703, Russian Tsar Peter I began building a great European city for himself, St. Petersburg. There were three main problems with this city. Firstly, he decided to construct his beautiful capital at the mouth of a river. The land around the site was underwater most of the time and was either frozen or flooded. Over 100,000 construction workers died working in such difficult conditions. The second problem was the availability of construction workers. Few people lived in that area, and the high death rate meant that Peter needed to bring in a constant supply of replacement workers from other parts of Russia. Using the military service system, he ordered 40,000 men each year to go and work on his capital. The men were expected to provide their own tools and food for the journey, often with soldiers watching over them, and they were chained together to prevent them from running away. Illness was everywhere, and punishments went from whipping to death. The final problem was supplying the materials themselves. Whole forests were cleared to provide wood, hills flattened, and lakes filled in. Stone became so hard to find that Peter banned anyone else in Russia from using it. It was a truly impossible city to build and made him unpopular.
Answer, please. This is right, Kimberly, and do not consume much time to mark the answer of the question. Selena, this is not right. No, this is not right either. So basically this lecture, what it is about, like it's about the construction of the city which is built on water, right? Which is built on river. And they were talking about why it was so difficult or hard to make that city, build that city. So first, like it is being built on the water, right? Wetland. And then the builders are less, they need more workers to work around that because it's a location which is far away from the you can say residential areas, and the working conditions are really poor, right? There was no complete food given to them, no good place to live or sort of things, right? And then the stones, that mean the raw material for the construction was difficult to find at time, that he stop other people to using that, ban other people from using that. So you see, C, there were 3 challenges with the construction of St. Petersburg: the unsuitability of the wetland in the location he chose, the difficulty of transporting builders to the remote location, poor condition they were working in, and the lack of raw material for the construction process, right? So it completes the content, main content of the lecture, because it has everything which is according to the lecture, the key information which the speaker is trying to convey. So that makes C is the suitable option. Maybe you can confuse about C, and then maybe it can be D as well. So D, it's like a first city to be built on water. So it is not mentioned like that, that it is first really first city. That's why the process is challenging. No. And requiring so man, that was true. And material that building another part of Russia was stopped. This is also told in the process. But this C got every key point in there. So that's make the C right option, not D, right? Okay, so we have how much time? 3 minutes. So we can do one more question. So one question again for the same category. That means the same question category. So just a sec. So here it is, 4 option A, B, C, and D. So just look at these options, and I'll be just playing the audio meanwhile. 7 seconds you have. Oh, sorry, 10 seconds you have. 8. Sorry, 10 seconds you have to look this question, and audio will play automatically after 10 seconds.
Could garages make good housing for the homeless? That's the idea behind the Pop-Up House project, a project to turn rows of disused garages in London into temporary accommodation for homeless people. It would allow a small home to be created with a bedroom and shower room, and then every 5th garage in the line would be used as shared laundry, kitchen and eating facilities. The homes would be put together by the people who will live in them in the future, with the idea of teaching them building skills as well as giving them a home. It's hoped that because they will have their own space, their own front door, they'll be more likely to get back into society more quickly than by putting them into shared accommodation. We know people don't do well in that environment, and it will give them the education they need to get back into work.
Okay, answer. No, Selena, this is not right. Kimberly, this is right. Okay, answer to this question is B, where they're saying new project intend to use garages to provide housing for homeless, and although small, but there will be area for in the home to prepare food and clean clothes. The houses will provide both accommodation and training for the people living there. So B is the right answer out of the 4 here, right? So this is the question we did from the listening, and now we will be seeing each other on a Monday, right? Now it's like a weekend, so we won't be having a class. So yes, definitely you have a class on Sunday with Shipra ma'am, right? So you can attend that session. It will be 12 to 2 p.m. Melbourne time, right? Sydney time is all same, right? That's all for today, guys. So I'm ending this session now. We'll be seeing each other tomorrow. Yeah, welcome, Selena.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Welcome
ma'am.
always, right? So let meet each other on Monday now. Bye bye, guys. Take
Bye
care.
bye. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Yes, Kimberly. Bye bye.